Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're unpacking General Motors' absolutely massive $35 billion bet on the European EV market, spearheaded by the launch of the striking Cadillac Lyriq. I'm your host, and we are going to look closely at how an iconic American luxury brand is attempting to stage a huge comeback on a continent completely dominated by homegrown automotive giants. Let's dive right into the core of this explainer. We're going to unpack the specifications, the underlying technology, and the overall market viability of an American icon trying to disrupt European luxury. We'll be looking directly at the data, expert reviews, and Cadillac's own strategic roadmaps to understand exactly what they're bringing to the table, and honestly, whether it's actually enough to win over highly demanding premium buyers.
Here is our roadmap for today. 1. The American EV invasion. 2. Anatomy of the Lyriq. 3. The Ultium technology advantage. 4. Unleashing the Lyriq V. 5. Target audience and pricing. And finally, 6. The final market verdict.
Section 1. The American EV invasion.
You really have to wrap your head around the sheer scale of the challenge Cadillac is taking on here. Breaking into Europe isn't just about shipping over a few cars, right? It requires a massive, calculated commitment. $35 billion. That staggering number represents General Motors' massive advanced technology investment to re-enter Europe after years of absence. They aren't just testing the waters. They are bringing the full weight of their global electrification strategy to bear, betting that their cutting-edge platforms can compete directly with the absolute best Europe has to offer. Now, they aren't just launching everywhere all at once. Rather than a blanket pan-European launch, Cadillac is highly targeting these specific countries to establish a strategic foothold. By focusing initially on markets like Germany, France, Switzerland, Sweden, and more recently Ireland, they're zeroing in on regions with established premium EV adoption and really strong purchasing power. But hey, every ultimate underdog story requires overcoming a tough start, doesn't it? As of October, only 167 units of the Lyriq were actually sold across those initial target markets. That put them 12th out of 14 in the premium large SUV segment. It's a very modest beginning, and it perfectly highlights the immense difficulty of convincing European buyers to step away from their established domestic luxury brands. Moving on to Section 2, Anatomy of the Lyriq. So, what exactly is the flagship weapon they're bringing to this fiercely competitive fight? Just look at the sheer scale of the base Lyriq. It has a massive physical footprint, over 5 meters in length, with a sweeping, almost coupe-like SUV silhouette, offering a highly competitive 588 liters of boot space. But, as you can see, that size is matched by some serious muscle. With a dual-motor, all-wheel drive setup pushing 528 horsepower, this massive vehicle still manages to rocket from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 5.3 seconds. Step inside and you'll find a cabin that makes a very deliberate choice. It completely shuns the stark, clinical minimalism you see in a lot of modern EVs. Instead, it's a sensory, traditional luxury experience. We're talking about a stunning 33-inch curved continuous LED display, gorgeous Napa leather upholstery with massage seats. It surrounds you with laser-etched wood, brushed aluminum, and a 19-speaker AKG audio system paired with active noise cancellation. It literally creates a true rolling sanctuary. Section 3. The Ultium technology advantage. All right, let's talk about the foundation that makes all of this power and luxury possible, the underlying technology. The crucial point here is that the Lyriq's 102 kilowatt-hour battery, which delivers a highly respectable 530-kilometer range, relies entirely on GM's globally competitive Ultium platform. This architecture is technically superior to many competitors because its modular layout cleanly integrates the battery, powertrain, and inverter. This allows for optimal interior space, fast charging, and perfectly balanced performance. Alongside the raw battery tech, Cadillac is deploying Super Cruise. Pending the required regulatory approvals for European deployment, this technology positions Cadillac incredibly aggressively in the autonomous driving space. It's an advanced driver assistance system that actually enables true hands-free driving on mapped highway routes that gives tech-focused buyers a major reason to look past their usual brands. But the tech innovation isn't just happening inside the car. Cadillac is modernizing the actual purchasing experience in Europe too. They're pioneering a completely digital buying journey, which we saw in their Swiss launch. Customers can handle everything from configuring the vehicle to securing financing, managing registration, and scheduling delivery, entirely online in just a matter of minutes.
Section 4. Unleashing the Lyriq V.
Now, for anyone who thinks a large luxury SUV can't also be an absolute track monster, let's look at the escalation of this lineup. To prove they mean serious business in Europe, Cadillac strategically chose to unveil their first ever electric V-Series model during the legendary 24 Hours of Le Mans Race Week in France. It's a really powerful statement that honors Cadillac's rich racing heritage, signaling that their electric future is deeply tied to high-performance motorsport.
Talk about a phenomenal leap in performance. While the base Lyriq is certainly no slouch, the LYRQ-V pushes an estimated 615 horsepower. By utilizing a specific setting called Velocity Max Mode, this luxury SUV becomes the quickest production Cadillac ever built, absolutely rocketing from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in an astonishing 3.3 seconds. And it's for sure not just about straight-line speed. The V-Series adds aggressive aerodynamic styling, like a specific V-pattern grille and 22-inch dark sport wheels. It features adaptive continuous damping control for sharp handling, Brembo fade-resistant brakes for track-ready stopping power, and an upgraded 23-speaker audio system that utilizes a multi-layered sound signature actually inspired by their race cars.
Section 5. Target audience and pricing.
So with all of this immense power, cutting-edge tech, and traditional luxury, who exactly is Cadillac hoping to sell these vehicles to? I love this quote from Jean-Pierre Diernes, the chief marketing officer of Cadillac Europe, because it perfectly summarizes their confidence. They aren't trying to engage in a race to the bottom with pricing. They firmly believe that by positioning the Lyriq as an ultra-premium product, they insulate themselves from the intense price elasticity and market fluctuations that affect lower-tier models. And looking closely at these numbers for the upcoming LYRQ V, it is very clear this is a premium investment. Ranging from roughly 108,000 euros in Germany up to nearly 113,000 Swiss francs, Cadillac is aiming squarely at the budgets of high-end Porsche, BMW, and Mercedes-Benz buyers. They're demanding a premium price for a premium, highly differentiated experience. Because of this, the target demographic is super specific. They're hunting for Cadillac loyalists who want classic American style in a modern EV. They're targeting luxury seekers who actively want exclusivity, drivers who want to stand out from the sea of standard German luxury SUVs. And finally, they're aiming at tech professionals drawn to advanced innovations like Super Cruise and that massive digital dashboard. And finally, Section 6, the final market verdict. Let's weigh the ultimate viability of this highly ambitious vehicle based on the reviews and the market data. The consensus from automotive critics is actually fairly balanced. On the pro side, the Lyriq makes a bold statement with a fantastic, distinctive design, a highly reliable real-world range of about 480 to 490 kilometers, and an incredibly quiet, luxurious cabin. But on the con side, critics point out the high purchase price is a tough ask for a brand just re-emerging in Europe. Plus, the steering can feel heavy in town, and without adaptive air suspension on the base models, the ride simply lacks the ultimate refinement and agility of its class-leading European rivals. Well, that brings us to the ultimate unknown. Today, in this explainer, we've broken down General Motors' massive $35 billion European push, from the advanced Ultium platform inside the Lyriq all the way up to the track-ready performance of the Lyriq V. Thank you so much for listening. If you appreciated learning with us today, please smash a like. And I'll leave you pondering this final critical question. With that massive financial backing, is distinctly American luxury and cutting-edge technology finally enough to conquer Europe's notoriously loyal EV market? Let us know what you think, and we'll see you in the next explainer.